Anna tried to convince herself that the evening at Daniel's house meant nothing. It had been only a moment, a question asked gently, concern she hadn't expected, eyes that saw more than they should have. Yet all night the memory lingered like warmth against winter skin. And warmth was dangerous. She woke before dawn, the small apartment still wrapped in darkness. For a few seconds she lay motionless, staring at the ceiling, hoping the heaviness in her chest might have lifted during sleep. It hadn't. She rose quietly, dressed, and stepped into the cold morning air. The city was barely awake, streets washed in pale blue light. Anna walked quickly, as she always did, as if outrunning thoughts. But she couldn't outrun the feeling that something in her life had begun to shift. Daniel noticed it too. At first, he told himself it was simple curiosity, the natural reaction of an employer who had discovered unexpected distress in someone working under his roof. Yet the thought of her returned again and again throughout his day, intruding between meetings, contracts, negotiations. He remembered the tremor in her shoulders, the fragile dignity with which she hid tears, the way she apologized for being sad. No one should apologize for pain. That evening, when she arrived to work, he found himself listening for her footsteps. It irritated him, this unfamiliar distraction, but he did nothing to stop it. Anna moved through the house as always, silent, efficient, nearly invisible, but Daniel saw the difference now, the faint shadows beneath her eyes, the careful distance she maintained, as if proximity itself were dangerous. He crossed the living room while she dusted the shelves. Anna. She stiffened slightly at hearing her name from him. Few people used it. Yes, sir? Are you better today? The question was simple, but to Anna it felt enormous. No one asked how she felt. They asked about work, about tasks, about mistakes, never about her. She kept her gaze lowered. Yes. Another small lie. Daniel studied her for a moment longer. If you ever need time off. No, she said quickly, then softened her tone. Thank you. I'm fine. Always fine. He almost said more, something he couldn't fully define, but she had already stepped away, retreating into safe distance. And again that faint ache returned to his chest. Across the city, Michael stood outside Anna's building once more. He had told himself he wouldn't come back, that seeing her again had only confirmed what he believed, that she had chosen another life, another man. But anger was restless. It demanded answers. He watched the entrance from the shadow of a tree, jaw tight, memories clashing violently with present reality. The Anna he remembered had laughed freely, trusted deeply, loved without fear. The woman entering the building now moved like someone carrying invisible chains. For a brief, disorienting moment, doubt pierced his certainty. Then the black car appeared again. It stopped near the entrance, sleek, expensive, unmistakably belonging to the same world as the man Michael had seen before. Daniel stepped out. Michael's vision narrowed. So it was true. She belonged to him now. He watched as Anna emerged moments later, startled to find Daniel there. Even from across the street, Michael could see the tension in her posture, surprise, uncertainty, something almost like fear. Daniel spoke. Anna answered briefly. Then he opened the car door for her. Michael's heart slammed against his ribs. She hesitated. For one impossible second, he thought she might refuse, might step back, might prove him wrong. But slowly she entered the car. The door closed. The car drove away, and with it the last fragile thread of hope Michael had never admitted he still held. Rage flooded the emptiness left behind. "She chose him," he whispered hoarsely. Anna sat rigidly in the passenger seat, hands clasped tightly in her lap. Daniel drove in silence for several minutes before speaking. "You seemed unwell yesterday. I thought perhaps you shouldn't walk home alone so late." Concern, again, calm, unforced. She didn't know how to respond. "I don't want to inconvenience you," she said softly. "You aren't." Another silence settled, not uncomfortable, but unfamiliar. No accusations, no demands, no expectations, only presence. It unsettled her more than anger ever could. Daniel said after a moment, eyes still on the road, "Anna, has someone hurt you?" Her breath caught. The question struck too close to truths she had buried for years. Michael's face flashed in memory. Love, betrayal, the day she walked away carrying secrets that would never be understood. "Yes," she whispered before she could stop herself. Daniel's hands tightened slightly on the steering wheel. "Do you still love him?" The words escaped before he could reconsider them. They surprised him as much as her. Anna turned toward the window, city lights blurring through sudden tears. "Yes." The honesty hung between them like glass. Daniel felt something sharp and unexpected inside his chest. Disappointment, perhaps, or the realization that her heart already belonged to another man who had broken it beyond repair. He said nothing more for the rest of the drive. When the car stopped outside Anna's building, Anna opened the door quickly. "Thank you," she said, voice fragile. "You're very kind." Kind. The word lingered strangely in Daniel's mind as she disappeared inside. He watched the entrance long after she was gone, aware that he had crossed some invisible boundary, from concern into something far more dangerous. He wanted to know her story, and that meant he was already involved. From the darkness across the street, Michael watched Daniel's car leave. Then he stepped into the dim stairwell and climbed toward Anna's apartment. Each step echoed with years of pain, jealousy, and unanswered questions. Tonight, he would confront her. Tonight, he would finally hear the truth, or confirm the betrayal he believed had destroyed his life. Behind her door, Anna leaned against the wall, unaware he was coming. Her heart still echoed with Daniel's question. "Do you still love him?" Yes, always, even if that love had ruined them both. A knock sounded. Her pulse stopped, and fate, long delayed, finally reached her door. To be continued.